Happy New Year! We made it to 2021. I thought I would take the opportunity to welcome you back and do so from one of my favorite spots in the city, in Piedmont Park. But I am excited to start 2021 with you and so happy to have you back as we embark on this fresh new year together. Before I talk about what's to come in 2021, though, I want to talk about how much I appreciate all of you and all your hard work that got us through 2020. You overcame so much and gave so much to pour into our youth and community. And while I'm so excited for a restart and the promise of 2021, I do want to be realistic about the fact that we still have a big challenge ahead of us. It's going to be really hard to figure out how we can engage our youth in the upcoming months, especially now that students are going back to in-person programming while we're staying virtual. Thankfully, you all have become experts at this virtual learning thing and have learned a lot of what that does and doesn't look like and what does and doesn't work. So we'll want to keep all the great, amazing discoveries and strategies you've developed over this past year, but we'll also need to add some new tricks and ideas to keep the mix fresh and find out new things that work well. So in the coming weeks, I have a big call to action for our team. We need to figure out how to bring our mission and our services and all of the wonderful gifts each of you have to share with even more youth in this upcoming year. We want to make sure that our Zoom sessions are packed, we're connecting with all of our students, and that the great work you're doing has as much reach as possible. And we are in a new place even from last semester, so we're going to really need to figure out how we can think differently and try new things. What I'm posing as a question to each of you is how we do this. How can we both use what we learned, but also think differently? How will we overcome all the barriers and make our work relevant during this time? And what does that even mean? What does that look like? These are important questions, and I'm counting on all of you, your expertise, and everything you bring to help us as an organization figure out how we can find our way during this time to make our work as meaningful as possible and reach as many youth and families as possible. So please take a moment to think on this, and then reply all to the email you received earlier today with the answers to 2 questions. So we're ready to kick off this challenge and the Welcome Back Staff Challenge. And your first step is to, like I said, send an email to the email you received earlier today, and you're going to answer 2 questions. So here they are. The first question is, what does it mean and what does it look like and what does it take to make our YELS programming and community work relevant and meaningful during this time, especially while we remain virtual and youth may be in school or in hybrid programming. So again, I'm going to say that again so you can think about your answer. What does it mean? What does it look like? And what does it take to make our YELS programming and community work relevant and meaningful during this changing time, especially while we as YELS remain virtual and our youth may be in school and distracted by everything else that's going on? So that's the first question. And the next question that you're going to answer is, what is at least one specific idea you have for how you can help us get there and reach this vision for making our services meaningful to youth and families this semester? So the first is more general. What does this look like and what does it take? What do we need to do to make this possible as a general question? And then the second one is more specifically, I'll share it again. What is at least one specific idea you have for how you can help us get there and reach this vision for making our services meaningful to youth and families this semester? So you're going to send that email reply all to everyone, and when you're completed, you're going to look and check your email, and you should get a message with your next clue and challenge. So you are going to follow a series of challenges to get you through this Welcome Back Staff Challenge. So pay attention. If you get lost along the way, feel free to call Sandy or myself. But make sure if it takes you a little longer on some of the questions, come back as soon as you're done, because the first one back will get some of our famous YELS swag that I'm sure you guys are all excited about. But if you have not finished by 4 o'clock, still come to our ASP Zoom at 4 o'clock. We'll all be back by then. So good luck. Call us if you have questions, and we'll see who's the first one to get that YELS swag. Have fun.